One of you were a former coach.
The NFL legend Shannon Sharpe isn't afraid to speak his mind, especially when it comes to standing up for what he believes is right. Recently, Sharpe directed his attention towards ESPN analysts who have been critical of Caitlin Clark, a rookie sensation in the WNBA. Clark, at just 22 years old, has been lighting up the court, but despite her incredible performances, some ESPN analysts have been doubting her and giving more praise to Angel Reese. Sharpe was not having it, and he made sure to let those analysts know how he felt. Clark, who plays for the Indiana Fever, has been performing like an MVP this season, but there are still people who don't give her the credit she deserves. Sharpe aimed his criticism directly at ESPN analysts, accusing them of being unfairly harsh on Clark.
So this is what this guy do really well. You've got 1-2 on the ball. Marina Mabrey deserves a huge shout out here because obviously, if you slide this over, Aaliyah Boston is now the next threat. She's got a bunch of space to operate in the paint. However, what's going to happen is Mabrey's going to touch up. That allows Isabel Harrison at 6'2" to get back in the action. And then you're going to see this Sky squad. Everybody's going to scramble back.
In particular, he called out those who didn't choose her for the WNBA Rookie of the Year award. He didn't mention any names directly, but it was clear to many who he was referring to. One of the analysts Sharpe's words seemed to target was Carolyn Peck, a former coach who went viral for picking Angel Reese over Clark for Rookie of the Year. Peck praised Reese for putting up what she called grown woman numbers and suggested that Clark wasn't quite on the same level. Angel Reese, who plays for the Chicago Sky, has been performing well this season too. She's averaging 13.3 points and 13.1 rebounds per game, which are solid numbers for a rookie. But her team has struggled recently, losing 6 games in a row, and her efficiency has been an issue. Clark, on the other hand, has been absolutely dominating, with an average of 18.7 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 8.4 assists per game. She's been shooting 42.4% from the field and 34.1% from beyond the arc, leading the Fever to a 6-1 record since the Olympic break.
Win this game.
So at halftime, the Fever had knocked down 6 threes. And literally, I'm sitting with Carolyn Peck and LaTyna Robinson. We're wondering.
Despite this, some ESPN analysts continue to favor Reese over Clark. One such analyst is Monica McNutt, a former college basketball star who sided with Reese, using the Chicago Sky's stronger team record as part of her argument. McNutt pointed out that the Sky are in the playoffs and argued that this should give Reese the edge for Rookie of the Year, but Sharpe didn't buy that reasoning, and he made sure to say so. He pointed out that the numbers clearly show Clark is the better player, and he wasn't about to let those doubting her go unnoticed. In fact, the numbers are hard to argue with. Clark has been nothing short of spectacular this season. In a recent game against Reese's Chicago Sky, the Fever won 181, with Clark finishing with a season-high 31 points and 12 assists. Meanwhile, Reese struggled, managing just 10 points and 11 rebounds in a night she'd probably rather forget. Clark's performances have put her not only in the Rookie of the Year conversation, but also in the MVP conversation. She's taken her game to another level and is breaking records left and right. Clark's impact on the Fever has been immense. She's averaging 24.6 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 9.0 assists per game since the Olympic break. She became the first rookie in WNBA, or NBA history, to record 25-plus points, 10-plus assists, and 5-plus three-pointers in consecutive games. And she didn't stop there. Clark became the first rookie in WNBA history to reach 600 points and 250 assists in a single season. She also holds the record for the most double-doubles by a guard in a single WNBA season. What Clark has done is truly generational, and Sharpe was quick to point out that those who doubted her are now having to face the facts. Sharpe also took aim at another ESPN analyst, Lisa Leslie, who tried to balance her praise between Clark and Reese. Leslie suggested that both players deserve recognition, but the stats clearly show Clark is ahead. Leslie had earlier favored Reese over Clark, but after their recent head-to-head game, it's hard to continue that argument. Clark's numbers are better across the board, and her impact on the Fever's success has been undeniable. This season, Clark has made history multiple times. Her performance against the Dallas Wings, where she scored 28 points and had 12 assists in a 191-90 victory, was another milestone. She became the first rookie in WNBA history to record 25-plus points, 10-plus assists, and 5-plus three-pointers in consecutive games. She's breaking records that have stood for decades, and her influence on the game is impossible to ignore. Clark's ability to score, assist, and lead her team has made her a once-in-a-generation talent, and she's bringing a new level of excitement to the WNBA.
He had some coffee. He probably had an energy drink. Do we have his sound? We can't play his sound. Well, I know you've heard it by now. I think Pat got a little bit too amped. He forgot, like, man, this live, normally we have a conversation like this, Monica, you and your girls off air, but we got a microphone and we got a camera with a red dot going. So what did you think when you heard P-Mac?
The attention Clark is bringing to the WNBA has been monumental. Her performances have not only helped her team succeed, but have also helped boost the league's popularity. The Indiana Fever set an attendance record with over 500,000 fans for their 33 games this season. The entire league's attendance is up nearly 20% this year, and much of that surge can be attributed to Clark's electrifying performances. She's not just a rookie sensation. She's a league-altering talent who is drawing in fans from all over the country. Sharpe's passionate defense of Clark is something that resonates with many fans. He sees the hard work and dedication she puts into her game and isn't afraid to call out those who don't acknowledge it. Clark's ability to stay focused, even with all the criticism and doubt, is a testament to her mental toughness. She lets the negativity roll off her back and continues to prove herself on the court. Her performances speak for themselves, and it's becoming increasingly difficult for anyone to deny her greatness.
Now listen, all jokes aside, I do want to address the end of that clip. I genuinely was surprised by the reaction. And I did not intend to make it personal. But when I look at Stephen A. and my relationship with Stephen A., he the head honcho at ESPN as far as I'm concerned. Yes, and I have been in this women's basketball space for so long and have been privy to many a conversation pushing and pitching and asking for space. So as from where I sit, if SA says, let's talk about it, it's going to be discussed, right?
The debate over Rookie of the Year may continue, but it's becoming clearer with each passing game that Caitlin Clark is the real deal. Angel Reese is a talented player, and there's no denying her contributions to the Chicago Sky. But when it comes to pure impact, Clark is on another level. She's not only one of the best rookies in the league, she's already one of the best players in the league, period. Sharpe's call-out of ESPN Analysts may ruffle some feathers, but he's standing up for what he believes is right. He's not afraid to challenge those who are critical of Clark, and he's making sure her contributions are recognized. As Clark continues to break records and lead her team to success, the doubters are becoming fewer and fewer. She's proving that she's not just a flash in the pan. She's a superstar in the making. When Caitlin Clark broke the rookie assist record in the WNBA, it was a major moment. The previous record was set in 1998 by Ticha Penicheiro, a legendary player in the game. Penicheiro was known for her incredible passing and court vision. Clark, on the other hand, had been mostly recognized for her shooting, but her assist record shows how well-rounded her game is. Clark said after breaking the record that she always wanted to set her teammates up first. This mindset of helping others succeed is part of why her team has done so well. She thrives in situations where she can create opportunities for others, especially in transition plays. One of the most exciting things about this new generation of players like Clark and Reese is that they are not just breaking records, they are evolving the game. Reese, who is another rookie in the WNBA, is also making waves. She has already set her own record for the most consecutive double-doubles, and she leads the league in rebounds. Both Clark and Reese are competing to not just win games, but to set new standards for future players. But in the end, Sharpe's message is clear. It's time to give Caitlin Clark the credit she deserves. The numbers don't lie, and anyone who still doubts her needs to take a closer look. Clark is the future of the WNBA, and Sharpe is making sure everyone knows it. Now, before you leave, make sure to comment down your opinion on this. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well.